thanks so much for joining me today. I have for you today a full Reformer Pilates session focusing on our backs, okay, a little bit of back strengthening, a lot of focus and awareness on what we're doing with our back and placement and posture, lots of flexion and extension, and then stabilizing and neutral, that kind of stuff, okay? So to start, I've got a light spring. You do you, honey, you kind of work out what you want to do this. I'm going to do a little standing half roll down and a bit of articulating and stretching through the back, okay? So when you're ready to get going, please join me in standing toward the end of the Reformer, toes tucked underneath the edge, nice and close without bashing your shins. Let's just take a little moment to kind of bring that focus in. I've just had my lunch, so I'm feeling a little full. It's not the best preparation, is it? For a Pilates session. I'm just looking at the time. It's 2:41 in the afternoon here, so I couldn't leave it much longer. Okay, so let's do a little moment of focusing, bring that awareness and that concentration in. Clearly, I need to do that. So however that works for you, that little kind of mindfulness moment. For me, it tends to be a little body scan. I start either the top and work down or the bottom and work up, and just check in, just like, how are things feeling? How's my neck, my shoulders, my back? You get the idea. How's my body feeling? How's my heart rate? How's my temperature? How's my energy? Where's my weight? Are there any of those little pockets of tension in my body? What does that mean? Does it matter? Just take some time just to kind of take yourself out of your head and into your body. So we want all of that lovely body awareness for our movement session. And then because we're focusing on the back today, just let your mind's eye wander to your back. Just become very aware of your back, what she's up to back there, how's she feeling? Are we arching? Is there some tense shoulders? Are we nice and stacked up? Are those ribs popping out? Are we feeling long? Feeling a bit tight? All of that good stuff. Just be aware, no right, no wrong. All right. I feel like we're a little bit more focused and ready for our session now. So the eyes have been closed like mine. Let's flip them open. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, nod the head down, stretch down the back of the neck. Delicious, thank you very much. Roll the shoulders forward, stretch through the upper back. And bring the hands onto the front edge of your mat, your couch. We're going to hold a little cat stretch here, not for hours, just for a little focus. Pull that tailbone down, middle of the back up, drop the head, let it relax. Deep breath in, exhale, push down. We're going for a long flat back here. If you feel like you want to tip forward like this, that's okay, just be aware that you're doing it. I'm going to keep my weight back evenly on my feet, shoulders pulling back, and I'm not going to overextend here, nice flat back. And then I'm going to enjoy this moment here, I love this bit, where the carriage kind of pushes you up into that cat stretch. Let's just take two more there. Out to a long flat back, shoulders set. Tip the tailbone up a little bit. And then scoopy, scoopy. Stretch that lower back. My neck always gets caught on my chin. Let's go one more. Nice. Use the vision, the visualization of a kind of steel rod down your back here, or a broom handle. And then scoop in. Let's just come up to standing for a moment, so we're not upside down for too long. Now it's time. We're going to go the opposite way. We're going to do our cow stretch. Our extension, our arch, if you will. Push out to that neutral, long, flat back here, that kind of down dog vibe, okay? And then we're going to let the tension of the spring, rather than pull it this way, we're going to let it push us into that little arch. Now I'm actively sticking my booty up here, lifting that chest up, finding that extension through the back, and then push out. Go the other way, into your cat, into your flexion, round back, long and low. Into that cow arch, stick your butt up, lift that chest, keep the shoulders down, long and low. Take that tailbone away, take that tailbone even further, under. Long and low. Let's just take one more each way here. Arch like a banana. Push away long and low. Curve like a rainbow. Scoop those abs in. Long and low. Hold it here. Pull those shoulders back down in the mat. Shoulder stabilization. If you are tight in your calves and your hamstrings, you will feel this just being in this position. Deep breath in. Slowly, mindfully now tuck. Round. Carriage finds a stop. We take all the tension out of the spring. And we roll up smoothly, mindfully. Up to a nice tall standing position. Shoulders drop down. Oh, heaven. Chin lifts. We feel stretched and mobilized already. Now, what I've added into this session, where I've been teaching it this week, I just added it in this morning with a group that were kind of maybe struggling a little bit to find that flexion extension. I added in a little thing using the ball and a wall, a wall and a wall and a wall and a wall. So I'm going to show you that now. If you happen to have a pink squishy ball, it's marvellous. Have a look anyway if you don't. Let me just pause you, don't mind, and then you'll come to a wall with me and I'll just show you this little extra part of our standing wall. Okay, I hope you can see me okay. So what I'm going to do is place pink squishy ball right in the middle of my back, kind of behind my rib cage here. I'm going to squish it against the wall. I'm keeping my knees bent, okay, so I'm kind of got this little slightly low position. And I'm going to use the ball as a little bit of feedback and guide to find those two back positions. Let me stop talking, let's get on with it. So knees a little bit bent, away from the wall, arms wide. This is your kind of neutral position. Now to find that extension, most people are great up here, right? We can find that chest lift and that head lift. Sometimes we're not taking it further down in the body, right? So for the purpose of this, we want to move that whole back, that whole spine together. So feel as if you're wrapping your back around that ball. We want that lower back to arch as well. If you've got a big butt like me, you might even reach the wall, okay? But it's that feeling of kind of maximum contact with the ball, head on the wall, lower back coming towards the wall as well, okay? So you're not just here. And then we find the opposite, we tuck away from the wall. We're trying to minimize our contact with the ball now. I'm trying to actively get my butt away from the wall. Again, when we flex, most people can do this, lovely, but we really want to bring that pelvis into it as well. So it's a full spine C curve. Let's take 3 each way. This is our cow, our banana, our extension. In here, forward here. So normally the end points are fixed, hands and knees, and we're moving our spine in the middle. This is the opposite. Our midpoint is fixed here, and we're waving the end points away. It's a little bit different. Maybe might just help find some of that full back movement. Squeeze the back, get that tailbone away. I'm enjoying these. If you don't mind, I'll just take one more. And round, curve, flex. Hold a big beach ball in front of you. All right. Oh, yeah, feeling really warmed up and mobilized and stretchy and delicious in my back now. From here, we're going to load up a short box on the Reformer. Keep the foot bar down. Keep a light spring on. I'm going to pause you. Let's go back onto the Reformer. Short box on, right up against the shoulder pads. So having done all of that gorgeous flexion and extension, cat-cows, this section now we're going to actually focus on that midpoint, that stabilization point. Let's just experiment with it first. So I've got elbows on my box, my feet are up towards the end of the Reformer, we'll come to that later. Let's just find that same little cat-cow here. Now take it real slow, okay? We want this to be mindful. We ain't just twerking through it, that's nice another time. Today, we're doing this really mindfully. Shoulders down. Can I feel my whole back? Am I just waving my head around? Can I get that same feeling? Imagine the ball is up here against the wall, tucking that tailbone away. Get that extension without a crumple, that kind of, yeah, that feels good, okay. Now I'm going to find that midpoint between those two, that kind of long, flat back. We know spines aren't flat, we know spines have got a little curve, but it's a marvellous kind of visualisation, isn't it? Imagining that super straight back like a tabletop. Have a little play, get that nice, stable, neutral position. Tuck the toes, either up on top of the grippy pad of your platform. I personally like to wrap my toes around the end, so I'm really pushing the pads of my feet down. We're going to do a little demi-plank here. So strong through the core. Can you lift the knees without sliding that mat forward, and release. Exhale, feel those core muscles tighten up and hold you. Inhale, release. Core muscles including the back. Because we've been so mindful, so focused on the back already in our session, I can really feel my awareness here. I can feel these muscles working to hold me nice and steady. What we're doing in this little section is a full body strength, but we're also back focused, just watching out that we're not kind of dropping into the back like this, okay? Abs in. Can we maintain that neutral? We can make this harder, so carry on with that little hover if that feels good. If you're up for a challenge and you want to make it harder, we're going to slide out to full plank. Same thing here, just harder not to dip into that lower back. Keep it strong. You can rest the knees down. If you're feeling stronger still, you can just slide between full plank and bringing that carriage into a knee hover. Keep those abs working, shoulders working. Be mindful of your back positioning. One more. Okay, and take a little pause. Now I'm going to do another set again. Choice. Just a little knee hover. Say just, it's enough, isn't it? Very focused knee hover. Choice 2, we can knee hover full plank and come in. I'm going to give you choice 3 and 4 together now, okay? Then you can do with that what you will. Each one kind of making it more challenging and more focused for that back positioning, okay? So here comes 3 and 4. Number 3, we take it into a plank. This is a tongue twister, I can never say this. Plank, pike, pike, plank, plank, pike, pike, plank. Knee hover, plank. Now keeping that back nice and long. Can you lift your butt up to the ceiling, keep those legs straight, draw that carriage in. Back down to your plank, that's option 3, add that in. Option 4 is you come forward into that plank, and then having sent the hips up, we can send them even further down the other way. Don't drop it, be controlled. Find that sense of extension, and then scoop up to neutral. Bring that carriage in. I'm going to rest my knees, I'm going to do one full set. Knee hover, plank, pike, extension, neutral, plank, in, down. Maybe 2 more, let's see how we go. Okay, hover. If you want to plank, plank. If not, just keep going with those knee hovers. If you want to just bring it in, bring it in. If you want to pike, lift those hips up high, keep that back long. Come down into your plank. If you want to, take the carriage in. If you want more, hips down. Don't collapse. Hips down smoothly with control. Find that lift through the chest. And then scoop back up into a full plank. Draw that box in. Have a rest. Take a breath and we'll do one more. I'm going to talk through the full set. Come with me as far as you want, ignore the rest. Knees. Plankety plank. Plankety plank. Pike. Oh yeah. Plank. With control. Hips down. Lift that chest, find a sense of extension. Use those abs, let's go. Up into plank. Lovely. Scoot that carriage back in with control and rest the knees down. Nice, all right. Take a little wiggle and a squiggle. Your back might crave a little bit of release here. Okay, elbows down. This time, let the carriage be steady, let it be still. My hair is in exactly the wrong place today. And we're going to do a little bit of glute work now. Okay, so working into the glutes, being mindful of our back control and stability. Okay, so right leg out, just tip into your elbows in such a way that it feels like you're not leaning over. So if you've got your right leg up, you want just a little bit of extra pressure down through that right elbow. Make sure you're not leaning away. Hips nice and level, back nice and long. Now we ain't just woohoo, okay? Working through the back. No, no, no. We're gonna stay nice and long and strong. Keep that tailbone away, abs up. I'm thinking about right butt cheek here. Squeeze and tap, and squeeze and tap, okay? So I'm trying to keep my back nice and long and strong. I'm working my glutes even harder, and I'm working through my right hand, my right arm a little bit harder here. Let's squeeze up. 5 and 4 and 3, 2, the party ain't over. Get up, stay up. Flex the foot. Bend the knee until the sole of your foot is shining towards the ceiling. Keep these hips level. Keep that back long, abs in. Let's pulse up and up and up and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Right? Right? Glute fire, core control and stability. I've done a bit of Pilates already this morning, a few hours. I need to figure out my timing. So I get to this filming part, I'm like, oh, my body's tired already. I'm not sure I'm giving you the best demonstration in the whole wide world, but I'll give you some good cues. Okay, left leg extended. Pull up out of those shoulders. Nice and long and strong. A little bit more pressure down through your left elbow this time as you lift that left leg. Make sure you're not leaning right over here to compensate. Nice and level and steady. Let's squeeze and tap and squeeze and tap. Try not to bash your shin on the end of the reformer. Gentle little tap down. Okay, we're keeping the lower back long. Keeping those abs pulling up. Squeeze. And I'm using all of those big, juicy, strong muscles in my left buttock to squeeze that leg up. I'm going to do 3 more. 3, 2, get up, stay up. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Alright, lengthen, control, regain those abs. Let's push and push and push. I can feel my veggie sticks and oat cakes hanging down towards the floor here. Let's go. 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ease up. Leg down. Again, a little shimmy shake. Shimmy shake, tea break, whatever your body needs. Feel free to come all the way up and off the reformer for an extra little dance break if you need to. I'm going to slide myself forward now to put my lunge belly down on the box, okay? A little bit of trial and error here to find the best place where you feel balanced up on your box, okay? We're going to be a little bit further forward initially, kind of where you feel like you're going to tip forward, okay? Let's find, bend the elbows a little bit, so in a nice horizontal feeling position. I don't know how this looks. I hope I'm somewhat parallel. My legs aren't just dangling down here, having a day off. No siree. They are lengthened, they are engaged, they are lifting up. They are slightly externally rotated in a wide V. Okay, I'm going to let myself relax down over the front edge of my box. At this point, if you two are squatting your lunge, you might feel like you need to shimmy forward a little bit. We're going to roll up through neutral, extend the arms, find a gentle little extension, nothing crazy, my friends. Roll down, ripple up, find your extension. Shoulders down, ripple down, curving the back, and ripple up. Find that extension. I'm going to do one more, and then unfortunately, we need to do a slightly awkward shuffle. Slightly backwards, just to get that centre of gravity back over the box, okay? Again, a little bit of trial and error. You want to be somewhere where you feel like you could slightly lighten the load through your hands here. Let's try and take a hand, maybe even both hands off the reformer. See if you can get that sense of lift. My arms are wide like a skydiver here. Maybe even back, if you reach back. Oh, that's nice, see that extra lift? Like the dart. And then skydiver. And dart. And skydiver. With control, so much control. Last one. Start. Yeah. Skydiver, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, support yourself. Let your lower back release, release, release. One more flop down both sides of the box. Now legs relaxed, back relaxed. Okay, let's find our way off the reformer. If you've got loose hips, I quite like this as a transition. See how you feel. I'm going to open my legs, slip backwards, and plonk my back down. I just did it kind of naturally the other day and I was like, that's fun. Take a little relax, spine curve over. And or just get off your box in a normal fashion. That's not very classical Pilates, is it? But fun, very fun. Nice hip opener. Nice little release. Okay, we're going to leave the short box on, but we're going to come and sit atop it, okay? We're going to do two things there. We will do a little kind of neck pull situation, okay? Finding a flat back and a curved back, and a load of abdominal strength, lovely. And we're going to do the très bien, okay? So find your way to sitting. We don't need any springs for this one, so if you prefer your carriage to feel a little bit more stable, go ahead and put all the springs on, okay? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put all my springs on. And then I'm going to take a seat atop my box, facing where the footbar would be ordinarily if we didn't have it down, okay? And we're also going to use the foot strap for that little bit of security down. All right, so neck pull, not involving any pulling of any necks, okay? We'll do a couple of, just finding that upright flat back. We'll do a couple of finding that C curve, and then we'll put them together in a little sequence like the neck pull in your mat repertoire. That's the idea here. We're using it in this session because it concerns itself entirely about the back, the positioning, the strength of your core, and feeling the difference between that upright back and the C-curve back. I've talked enough. Let us move. Arms are up, interlace the fingers down behind the head. Close the ribs, elbows slightly forward, shoulders down, all of that lovely postural stuff. Hinge directly in the middle of your body, at your hips. Keep that back long, tip back. Hard work. Lift up. Just a direct hinge. Keep your head in line where it is. So as you tip back, you'll find yourself looking up yonder towards the sky, okay? And up. Let's just take one more of those. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Now, sometimes we can close here. So when you're back, oh, can you lift that chest a little bit? And up. Can you not see me shaking? Okay. Now we're going to find that C curve. We'll do 2 or 3 of that C curve, okay, just to feel the difference. So from here, just like we did, the ball is against our back, the ball is against the wall, that kind of feeling, right? Tuck the tailbone, just round here. Not here. Keep some space, some chill in your neck, a little bit of space between your chin and your chest. We take that C curve and then we take it backwards, okay? So I'm going to take my C curve and take it back. Hard on the box to feel that. Hard to feel that C curve up on the box. We're going to take it all the way up and over. Down here. Head to knees. Gorgeous. Keep that C curve. Roll up. Let's find it again. Exhale. C curve. Tailbone under. Around the back. Hold on to that C curve. Tip it backwards. And then pull it up and over the legs. And roll up to your flat back. Give your arms a momentary shake. We're going to do 3 rounds. Flat back, tilt, C curve, over, up. Flat back, works really well with the hand, try with the hand. Flat back, curve, tilt that curve forward, roll up, right? This bit is lovely. Hard, but lovely. Exhale. Someone punches you in the stomach, find that C curve, tip it forward, roll up. Let's try it 3 times with a back, not a hand. Here we go. Lengthen, brace, hold, and tip. Inhale, exhale. Find that curve. Bring that curve up and over. Hammy stretch, lovely. Roll up. Say hammy stretch, maybe lower back stretch. Tip. Straight, 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 straight. Curve. Bring everything forward over the legs. Roll up. Last one here. Lengthen. Tip it, tip it, tip it, tip it, tip, tip, tippy, tip, 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 tip. Hold. Exhale, curve. Round it over and forward. And roll up. Lengthen, drop the shoulders. Gorgeous posture. Release the arms. Right? Okay. Tree. Okay? A perfect development, in my opinion, of what we've just done there, okay? We've got that rounded and that extension. We've got a whole bunch of hamstring flexibility, lovely. And if you're feeling like it, a dramatic back bend, okay? So lovely one for our back session today. Just one each side. Then take our turn. And you're gonna rush through, no trees, nice and steady. So interlace the fingers underneath one knee. I've got one foot in the foot strap here. One hand underneath the knee. I'm gonna find that little C curve. I'm gonna keep it back so I feel like I'm hanging out that strap. That's me shuffling to get my pelvis nice and straight. I felt like I was on the womp there, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna try and keep my pelvis tucked under and get a sense of kind of extending my upper back a little bit, like a J. Straight and a little tuck under, okay? Elbows wide, shoulders down. I'm going to stretch my leg and bend. Exhale. Now I think classical reformer people, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the kind of standard set is 3 of these, but seeing as we're here, right, we can work through the knee and the hamstrings a little bit. Just be mindful as we do the next few here. How much are you holding yourself up with your hands? That's cool, I don't mind, just be aware of it. Can you lighten the fingers and make sure the abs are doing some holding you here as well? Just, I don't know, just be aware of that balance between your arms holding you and your core muscles holding you. Just something to play with. Now we'll do 3. 2. Last one stays up. Your leg becomes your tree. Upright, vertical, strong, rooted. Walk your hands down to the base of your tree trunk. Take that curve backwards. And then if you feel like it, we can take a back bend, letting go of your tree, reaching down towards the floor. Keep that leg lifted. Inhale, breathe out, curl up, find your tree, climb to the top of it. Now here's a lovely little moment for our backs from your rounded back. Can we, I don't know if I can we lengthen, pull the back out here, deep hamstring stretch, and then pull that leg in, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, this is why we're doing it just one each side, okay, because I like to take my time. As ever, if this pace isn't working for you, feel free to pause. You can pause if you want to do an extra one. You can pause if you want to whiz through it a little bit quicker. Each leg, that's cool. Let's do the other side. So don't forget to swap legs down here in your strap. Interlace the fingeroonies behind the knee. Get your hips level on the box. That's what I struggle with. Going on the one. Find that little curve. Find your balance. Lengthen that chest a little bit. This feels good. I don't know how it looks. Classical reformers, hit me up in the comments. Give me some feedback on this tree. I'd love to know some of the key technique points. Alright, let's stretchy bendy. And already, I'm just having that little reminder to myself, where's the balance, where's that percentage kind of balance between my arms holding me up and my abs holding me up. Just have a little think about it. I don't mind what you're doing. Cool thing to have that body awareness of. Let's take our final 3 before we solidify our tree trunk. 2, 2, 2, 2. One hold. I had a lovely lady in class this morning. She came with a whole like tree thing on her t-shirt. I thought, perfect. I said, you've come ready for tree. I am tree, biggest fan. Here it is. Strong. Root that base of your trunk down. Pull your branches up to the ceiling. Let's walk down to the base of our tree trunk. Find that lovely back bend. Ooh. Reach down to the floor. Keep that leg lifted. Take a breath in. Exhale. Strong abs, strong abs, strong abs. Then grab hold of your tree. Walk to the top. Here it comes. Take a breath in. Exhale. Extend that back. And pull. Shin to nose. 3, 2, 1. And release. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Okay, my loves. Let's call it there for the box. Put her away. Thank you, box. See you next time. Let me just check you're still recording. Sorry, I know that's so boring, isn't it? We're good. We're good. Foot bar up to, might I suggest a lower setting. If your foot bar is one that can adjust, I don't know if any don't. Sorry, maybe you have a reformer with a non-adjustable foot bar. Now, where's my balls? Grab my balls. So I'm gonna have this on hand just in case I want to use it for a little bit of back support. And or a little bit of feedback, right? Not too dissimilar to when we did it on the wall, feeling that kind of pulling down into it, okay? We're going to do 2 sets here. Second set is harder, okay? So your choice, come with me for that harder one and keep it at level 1 if you want to do 2 rounds of that. I don't mind at all. You know your body, yaddy, yaddy. You know how you feel today. Let me talk you through the options. So, use that guy in a minute. Come fairly towards the front edge of your carriage. I have got a medium spring. On the Peak Pilates Reformers, that means yellow. That is the yellow. But a medium spring. Trial and error, see how it feels. Toes, foot bar, heels together. Find that rotation. It's hard to stay up here when the legs are up on the foot bar and at the front of the mat, but that's okay because we're going to find that same C curve here. We're going to tip it back. Hello abs. Oh yeah. Hello abs. Hello lunge. Let's keep these heels just a little bit lifted. Now hold that strong position. Keep that beautiful curve back. We're going to stretch those legs out. Lovely. As you bend them, can you tuck that tailbone under even deeper? Stretch out. Tuck that tailbone under, round even further. Little stretch of the legs and a scoop under, okay? Now, when we say core, this really, for me, feels like my core, right, as a whole. Not just some abs up here, everything working so hard to hold this beautiful position. 3 more. The ballet arms optional. 2. Last one, kind of. Halfway hold, my favorite. Lift one arm up and bring it back down in front. Other arm up. Keep that tailbone tucking under. One more each side. Scoop harder. And out. Okay, release, release, release. Now, that's our little warm-up set. Not easy on its own, okay? Let me show you option 2. This is where you may or may not, I mean you can use a ball for the first one, but this is where you may or may not want a ball, okay? Same thing, except both feet above foot bar in a little balance. Okay, we still want the carriage to move, extra balance challenge. We're going to do that avec ropes, okay? I'm going to suggest long handles being fine for this one, okay? Find yourself into that little balance, C-curve. So you can see the ball here, maybe a little bit of support, but it's helping you really press that mid-back back into it. Very smoothly, slowly. In, and push forward. And in, and push forward. One more. Elbows in and away. Hold it steady. Nice. I'm going to bring those arms just underneath my knees. Take them out and in. Tiny little movements here. Out and in. Two more. Out and scoop that tailbone under. Out and in. Okay, ease out of it. Now, after all of that stuff, how long has that been? I don't know how long we've been. 40 minutes? Have we been 40 minutes? No. Anyway, however long we've been, our back has done a lot of stuff already, yeah? It's been working, it's been strengthening, holding, lifting, curving, extending, bracing, moving, all the stuff. It's done all the stuff. Therefore, let us lie down, and it's going to feel heavenly. Set your springs for feet in straps. I've gone double yellow on this Reformer. They're quite tough springs on here, actually. Headrest down, foot bar up. Lie down. Oh yeah. Oh my God, so nice. Just take a few breaths here. I know we're in a movement session. We want to crack on, I get it. But just be mindful, just be still for a moment, okay? We ain't gonna lose anything just cool the jets just for a second. And just actively notice, think what's going on in the back. So nourishing, just to let it lie against a flat surface. All those little supporting muscles either side of the spine, just releasing. So delicious. Okay. Let's do our little footwork set then. That's nice. Okay, find your way into your ropes, however you like to do that. Points for creativity. I'm going to go long handles over each sole of my foot. Nice and easy. Okay, let's just move. Okay, get those legs out nice and long. Just again, stay mindful of your back, your torso. We're not tensing up here. We don't actively have to squidge that back down. Keep it nice and steady, held, controlled. Let's just lift the legs and press down. And lift and press down. Now, because we've just done all of that core work, we've just activated and challenged all of those muscles, abdominals, lower back, all of that stuff, I can more readily recognize those feelings, those muscles kicking in here. Feels really good. Just be aware of that. 3 more here I think will do just nicely, guys. Uno. Dos. Tres. Is that even right? I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. Okay, now check it out. We're going to do a kind of a little bend knees, sorry, bring them into tabletop. We're going to do a kind of little kind of short spine-esque, just building up very gradually, very mindful, gorgeous, gorgeous work through the back. Okay, really nice couple of options for you to try yourself or in your classes here. Okay, so you're going to start with in fact, let's start with the legs. Sorry, I'll get there. Start with the legs outstretched. Okay. We're going to bend them in through a tabletop position. Bring the knees up to the nose. Send the feet up towards the ceiling. Keep the knees bent and just gently let those ropes pull your back up. Spine curl. Lift those hips up, get that lovely stretch. And then bring the hips down. Pull the heels down towards your butt. And then push those legs away. A little bit of quad work. Lovely. So knees come through tabletop. They come a little bit closer. We start to stretch that lower back. Feet go up. So it's our little kind of short spine, hips lift situation, but with the knees bent a little bit kind of more accessible, a little bit easier to find for people, easier on the legs. Roll the back down, flex the feet, heels down towards the bottom, push. Should we do 3 more of those, and then we'll do legs straight, which is harder. So bend the knees in, find that little lift, let the ropes pull you up. Feels good. Woo, look at that stretch, lovely. Roll down through the lower back, flex the feet, heels down, push. 2 more. Knees in. Find that little lift. Lovely. Can maybe push a little bit higher there. Oh yeah, we can. Oh yeah, come down. God, that feels so good. Heels down and push. Let's go 1 more. Bend. Keep those knees bent. Find that lift, find that lift, find that lift, find that lift. Good. Down. Flex. Get that butt down, get that butt down. And push, okay? Now, have a little pause, have a little tea break. Option to do the same again, or we can make it harder by doing it with straight legs, okay? Just as we know and love. Legs come in. If you're doing a straight leg version, they don't bend. That means they come up to this little vertical position. Pause, so you ain't throwing them up there. Roll up, squeeze those legs together. Push and push and push and push. Find that same length. Oh yeah. And roll down. When you've landed, bend the knees just the same and push forward. Lengthen those legs, lift them up to vertical. Squeeze them together. Squeeze your butt. Roll up. Extend that back. Roll down. Tuck. Push. 2 more. Lengthen. Scoop. Spine curls, so really articulate, rolling up through the spine. Rolling down. Tuck. Push. Delicious on the back, killer on the legs. 1 more. Lift. Roll up, roll up, roll up. And down. Ooh, evil. Let's do it again. Straight back up, straight back up, straight back up. Yeah. And down. Squeeze the legs together. Tuck. And push. Nice. A set of 10 tucks and presses to finish here. Tuck, press 1. Tuck, press 2. Tuck, press 3. And 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the knees in. Find your way out of your ribs. Ta-da! Lovely. All right. Hands to shoulder pads. Knees and feet together, and let your elbows drop out to the side. Again, have that delicious moment of, I can feel that, all the way up and down my back, all that energy, all that work. Let it release. Take some deep breaths. And let's add in a little rotation here. Knees to one side. Through the centre to the other side. Nice. However you want to take this, okay? Rock and roll those knees. Find that little rotation, that little twist through the mid-spine. One each way. To centre and release. Okay, similar transition to before, okay? Just my day of fun. Let a girl have her fun, right? If this isn't for you, that's fine. Find your way up to sitting. We're going to straddle the reformer. If you want that transition, we're going to send the legs up and hamstring stretch. We're going to open the legs through the V. Bring them down. Find a curl up, a roll up. Feet down to the floor. Da-da! We're in position, kind of. I'm going to shuffle back a little bit. Now we want a light spring. I feel like we've done enough back work, so I'm going to close this up with a delicious back stretch. A little bit of rotation, shoulder stretch. We did it in our arm week, shoulder week. It's just that's wonderful, it's lovely. So light spring, I've got a blue on this Reformer. You're going to sit up nice and tall, hands towards the middle of your foot bar. Give me a little nudge back on your mat and a spine curl. Okay, spine stretch. All right. Take a breath in. Okay, you're going to untuck your pelvis. Long back. And press down. I'm trying to get my chest down to the mat. It's a deep shoulder stretch. It's a deep hip opener. And I'm looking at this spring stretching out in front of me and visualizing my spine stretching out just like that spring is, long and straight. Let's take a breath in. And we're going to tuck that tailbone. Scoot the mat forward. And roll up. One more time, each side with a twist. We'll go through a little bit more swift, all right? Exhale, curve, spine stretch. Hold it here, take one hand off, twist open. Thread your needle with an exhale. Extend back, push out. I'm grabbing hold of the side of my Reformer frame here and pulling myself into a deeper twist. See how that feels. Pushing against the foot bar, pulling against the frame. 2 hands in the middle, drop down long and low, and then tuck. Pull back in. One more like that, spine stretch. Other hand comes out to the side, rotate, thread the needle, extend, long back, push against the foot bar, pull against the frame, deep twist. Hands into the middle, drop low. Take a breath in, exhale from the tailbone. Lovely. Okay, I feel good. My back feels good. I hope the same for you. Please feel free to take another stand, like a standing roll down to finish, or how we start with those carriage presses might be delicious. I feel satisfied. Thank you so very much for joining me in this Reformer session. Please let me know if you tried any of this out, if you did the whole session, if you used any bits yourself for your own body or you taught some. Please let me know any feedback as well, like technique-wise, or some of those bits you think, oh, Sarah, just look at this, or I do that, but have you ever thought of adding that in? That would be lovely. I'd love to generate a bit of a spark, a bit of a conversation. These were weekly Reformer sessions. I mean, I plan them and teach them anyway in the studio, so I thought it would be nice just to share with other people if you want to use them in whatever way you want. I'm starting this kind of slightly bigger project. If you got to go, you got to go. Just, I'll be 1 minute. I'm starting this bigger project now, okay, whereby I'm looking at Pilates as a global phenomenon, as an industry, right? Did Joseph Pilates ever think it'd be an industry? It's gone mad, isn't it? It's gone absolutely mad. So I'm embarking on this research project to just really delve into Pilates. Where has it come from? How has it got to this now? Where's it going? Is it all right? How can we look after it? How are people taking it in different tangents? I find it absolutely fascinating. And as part of that, I'm going to be going out and visiting lots of other people, other studios, other teachers. I really want to get into researching all of that origins story and those different kind of lineages. Fabulous, can't wait. So if you're interested in any of that, please do stick around and kind of follow my journey. I'm going to do it over the next 12 months, next year-ish. It's going to culminate in some kind of book. And it'd be lovely to have you, as many other kind of people that are interested, invested, working in Pilates, along with me as part of that journey. And if you're interested in reaching out and collaborating and having a chat or having me come and visit or anything like that, that would be super duper wonderful and brilliant. I'll leave it there for now. I'm not going to talk at you forever. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back here same time next week, and I hope you will be too.